Hey, beautiful world. It is a wonderful day here at Scalp Logic. I'm Joe, here with Nicole.
Hey, guys.
And today we want to discuss, in 2021, a recap of hair loss just in general. What guys go through, what they say, and kind of talk about our experience, what we've seen firsthand, guys going through dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of guys, and, you know, what they're talking about, what they're thinking about when it comes to hair loss in general. Nicole, what does that mean to you?
I think it means that just everybody, first of all, was trying to just figure out 2020. So we'll put that aside.
That's true.
So it was a bit of a year where guys were really just like, look, do I really need this with everything going on? I think that was something that they were wrestling with. And so many guys were like, I've wanted this for so long. Is this the right option for me? Everybody has a different course, I think, when it comes to hair loss, right? We've got your extreme of super, oh my gosh, nobody can know that I've had this done, and they're really tense and they're really stressed out. Okay. Then you have your guy that's like, hey, this is like a really cool gym shirt for me. I got this. You know, you've got a really different
and everything
type.
in between. No, you're right. You're right. You know,
exactly.
To that point, I see, here in Texas, we've recently moved, and I see hair transplants in some sense making a comeback. I don't know. What do you think about it? You would agree?
I would agree.
You know, obviously I'm biased towards the S&P. I want to instinctively just be like, no, hair transplants, they're terrible, right? But, you know, as a hair loss guy, there's something going on there. There's something pretty cool. No, you disagree with that?
I still disagree. I will think I'm going to...
With all that said, that was just a softener to tell you, you know, if you have just a little bit of hair loss and you're 40, 50, something like that, that's your destiny. That's hair transplant may still be a consideration. But for most guys that lose, you know, Norwood, 5, 6, 7, which is most guys when they have hair loss, really. There's nothing to do but S&P. Shave it, get a frame.
I mean, this is the podcast, and we are talking back and forth, but let's be honest. Yeah, the hair transplant might give you a little bit of hair, but what kind of hair is it giving you? For me, it's like if you have hair loss.
That's true too. No, that's true too.
It's I would want an undetectable, natural solution that it's my choice to tell somebody. Not where people are kind of like, did he or did he not get something done? I'm just saying.
So you're just calling it like that. I'll say it like this. So, okay, if you're going to compare S&P versus hair transplants, right?
Yes.
Here's something really cool about S&P, and I've been doing this for over a decade. I've heard so many guys, I don't think I'm going to tell my wife, I'm not going to tell my friends, I'm not going to tell people at work. Once they have it finished, 90% of the time, 95%, they're like, I'm not sweating it. If someone looks, they'll be like, hey, cool, check it out.
Exactly.
They're prideful of it, right?
I completely agree.
When it comes to hair transplants, it's like, dude, I knew you for a year. You had a hair transplant? It's like, oh, yeah, no, I didn't tell you that. And then they don't want to speak on it. They don't want to talk about it. And they definitely don't want to say, yeah, put a light on me. Check it out. Look at my hair transplant. It's just true. You're right about that. You're right about that.
From all over the world with hair transplants. And they're always, my question is like, okay, awesome. You got a hair transplant. We don't judge. We want everybody to do what fits for them. Obviously, we have our own perspectives. But when I see the pictures, I'm like, okay, are you happy? The first thing is like, no, honestly, I mean, I would honestly say that
you're right.
98% of guys that we get pictures from are not happy, and it does look kind of like doll hair. It doesn't look natural, which is, for me, it's got to be natural, or like you always say, bust.
That's it. And that's what we're talking about here. You know, we're talking about the premise of this one is you know, just the mindset, the psychology, what goes on in a guy's head.
Yes.
When he deals with hair loss, how does it affect his life? How does he treat people? How does he talk to people? Because we see firsthand. A guy walks in, he can hardly look us in the eye. Hey guys, nice to meet you. Hey, we saw you on YouTube, you know, and you know, almost timid, shy.
Yes.
And then that same guy, after session 3, 4, 5, whatever it is, he's just like, yo, what's up, guy? Giving, I mean, like a complete, like a different personality altogether. That confidence just comes out. And isn't that that's what I say, that's really what we're doing here. We're doing art that we love, but really we're changing your mindset. It really is an inside job. It is what it is.
Like, I mean, and that's why we cater towards customized treatment, natural treatments. Even though it like takes longer, it's like there's so much pride in what we do.
It's look real, or what are you doing here?
Thank you. That's exactly it.
That's it.
So another comeback I would say are the hair pieces. I've been seeing that a lot more now.
LeBron James goes right to mind.
I knew that. That's where you were gonna go. That's not where I was going.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about guys calling in, really wanting to kind of have the machine Gun Kelly look.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if I agree that's making a comeback. Just the fact that it's alive is...
But that's what I'm saying is, like, guys are calling in and they're
Yeah.
kind of like, okay, can you do SMP on the side of my hairpiece that I have going on? What can you do with that? Can it be like a hybrid? And I'm
So
like,
I don't think everybody knows who Machine Gun Kelly is.
oh, that's how you say it.
MGK. So he's a rapper, blonde hair dude.
Yes.
I think he's from like Tennessee, Kentucky.
He's dated Megan Fox.
Okay, I was gonna say he battled Eminem a couple years ago. I was like, who's this young kid? Either way, regardless of that, I don't know if the guy definitely lost hair. He had that McDonald's arches going on. Whether he got a hair transplant or a hair piece, we had a client about 2 years ago that brought in pictures and told us 100% he wears a hair piece. This is how he's doing it. This is how I do it. It was insightful. It was cool.
But we've had a couple clients since still kind of highlighting that and asking if we can do that, and that's like.
That's a different podcast. That's the man bun. That's not even. That's like
style.
We're trying to cater to guys that are like, hey, you have hair loss issues. Like this is your play. That's like if a guy's looking to do a hair bun, that's a completely different move.
That's a whole different thing.
That's a different move. That's a different podcast. But okay, with that, then you still think hair pieces rather like synthetics? I hear them called. I know in the African American community,
that's it for sure.
because of that thicker hair, and when a barber does it right. They can make it look really great.
Those TikToks, they even catch me. I'm like, okay, all of a sudden they show somebody with no hair.
It's pretty cool
and
what they can
put
do.
it on there, and I'm like, whoa.
It's pretty freaking cool. It's hard to knock that. I guess I do knock that because I'm a hair loss guy myself, and I'm like, can I get it done? And the truth is, it's temporary, right? And I know that world. I used to put the makeups and all that kind of stuff on. It's like when something looks cool for a couple of days, it's great. But when you want to live with that for a couple of years, what do? Get that shaped up? I don't know how that works, but either way, putting glue on your head. That's not the move. It's not the move.
No, I completely agree. I think more than anything, though, this is now the year. It's 2021.
Okay.
It's like the time for us, it's like embrace who you are, number one.
I like it.
And number two, if you want to get something to add it, I would always say SMP. I mean, this isn't even marketing. It's SMP or bust.
I'll say it like this. As a guy who lost his hair, completely, I'm ashamed to say, there's no cool move out there, and I've been saying this over and over and over, but it's just so abundantly clear.
Yes.
There's no you're 15, you're 20, and you have hair loss. It's in the cards for you. What are you gonna do other than stay inside your basement, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing cool. I'm sitting here saying this is the coolest move you could possibly do. There's just nothing like it. There's nothing like it. There's nothing that looks, and again, we'll use the word natural. I wish there was a better way to describe it.
There should be we can start speaking Spanish so we can come up with more words here.
Hit us with it. How would you describe it?
God, I don't even know. I'm gonna have to think on that, but I'll come back with that one.
Obviously, the feeling you feel is it looks and feels like your real hair, right? You forget. I say this all the time to people. It's like after the best part about what we do is like 6 months after, a year after, when I talk to somebody, and every guy can relate. It's like you wake up every single day, brush your teeth, shower, put your clothes on, whatever you do, you forget that you even have, it's not, it becomes a part of you. It's not like, I got that done. I remember I got that done. It's on me. It's like your nose, it's your ear. I'm still grateful for it, but it's just part of me. I don't think twice about it. So that's the best feeling a guy can feel when he fears, because what do you lose when you lose your hair? You lose that frame.
Yeah.
You lose that youthful look. You lose your identity in a lot of ways, and that's what we're talking about here. It's an inside job, but it affects how you feel.
It does.
If you lose, I'm good looking, I'm a 7, I'm an 8, I'm a 9, whatever you think you are, hair loss doesn't be like, now I'm a 9. Now you don't increase how you feel, you decrease your self-worth.
Yeah.
And anyway, the cool move, S&P, again, anything else to add to that? There's
That's so important. That's so vital what you just said, because there's so many guys, that are just like crushed by their hair loss and really just on the fence whether they want to get this done, whether they want to get something else
They
done.
don't know what to do. Their counsel's their wife, it's their friends, and these people don't have the answers.
And most of them have hair and are telling them, dude, you look good, you're fine.
That's a great point. People with hair trying to give advice. Exactly, you're exactly right. It's
I have hair, I know, but I have spoken to enough people. I mean, I have sat in and dug deep in those deep conversations and walked alongside both Joe and I, alongside so many guys just experiencing hair loss and just hearing the it's...
We say this all the time in the S&P world, and that's why we're differentiating ourselves. Yes. What we do is subtle pigmentation, subtle P. It's not even S&P. But what we always say, S&P, those straight hairlines, those Lego heads, it's to me, it's I am saying this from experience, my own opinion. It's a youthful mindset, right? And that was me. I got a harder hairline back when I first had this done, And I think it's a very temporary mindset.
It is.
It's you're not thinking it all the way through. Yeah. So with all that said, back to what we do, subtle pigmentation, subtle P. I'll use the words classic, graceful. Yeah. And you can bring this back to the 1920s, 1950s. This is the move. This is something that, it's just like a classic Renaissance man, graceful way to have hair loss and not, not try to be the guy with the hair piece that's on sideways or the hair transplant with the scars or putting the foams on and the makeups or the pills, all that kind of stuff. It's just maintenance and it's just self-imprisonment. It really is. Nothing looks appealing. Yeah. Put subtle P.
I love it. There you go, guys. I mean, if you guys have questions and if you guys have concerns, message us. It's like we're here to, like we said before, get you to embrace who you are. That's really all it comes down to.
That's it. Life is short. Yes. 2020 is a great example of that. Life moves fast. If you have hair loss, is there anybody? Do you believe this? Let's ask this. Let's close it with this. I always say there's different extremes, and I was the guy that was like level 9, level 10 extreme in my 20s. I didn't tell my girlfriend, my roommates. I was like, it was really affecting me.
Yes.
And then there's guys that are like, whatever, it's hair loss. It is what it is. I've been shaving since I'm 18. It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
Is anyone really fine with it? It hurts everybody a little bit.
I think it does. I honestly think it does. I think even the guy that pretends like it doesn't necessarily hurt him, by the end of the session, you can just tell that he's like, man, like I didn't even realize how much this has affected me.
Yeah, there it is.
And I'm like, and it's funny because like I'm more of the nurturing type. Like we both have our roles, obviously, in this company. Sure. But they'll come to kind of tell me like, man, I didn't realize like how that much better I feel as a man, as a just in general.
Just in general.
Just in general.
Peace and love out there, guys. Thanks for watching.